Today we will discuss integration by parts. Integration by parts is used when we are to find the integral of product of two functions. That is, suppose I have to evaluate integral fx into gx. Here the integrand is a product of fx and gx. So here I'll apply integration by parts. Now as there are two functions, so let fx be the first function and gx be the second function. So integration by parts says I will be equal to first function into integral of second minus integral of, yes, derivative of first into integral of second. This is the integration by parts. First into integral of second minus integral of product of derivative of first and integral of second. When applying integration by parts, we have to decide which function will be the first function and which function will be the second function. As such, there is no hard and fast rule, but in deciding the first and the second function, this helps. ILATE. I stands for inverse trigonometric functions, L stands for logarithmic function, A stands for algebraic functions, T stands for trigonometric functions, and E stands for exponential functions. Let's take one example. Evaluate I equals integral x cos x dx. Yes, you can see integrand is a product of two functions, x and cos x, right? So here I'll be applying integration by parts. Now I have to decide out of these which will be the first function and which will be the second. Yes, x is a polynomial function, that is x is an algebraic function, right? And cos x is a trigonometric function, right? Now in ILATE, A comes before T. Algebraic function comes before trigonometric functions. So algebraic function, that is x, will be taken as the first function and trigonometric function will be taken as the second function. Now integration by parts says that first function into integral of second minus integral derivative of first into integral of second, right? Now first function is x into integral of second function, that is integral of cos x, right? Minus integral derivative of first, that is x dash, into integral of second, that is integral of cos x. This whole bracket and here dx. Now let's evaluate. I will be equal to x into integral of cos x will be sin x. Yes, no need to add constant of integration. We will add it in the final answer. Minus integral x dash means derivative of x, which is 1, into integral of cos x, which is sin x, right? So this will be equal to I equals x sin x minus integral sin x dx. So I will be equal to x sin x minus integral of sin x is minus cos x plus c. Now add constant of integration. So x sin x plus cos x plus c. Now look here. If I add constant of integration here, what do I get? X into integral of cos x is, say, sin x plus k minus integral derivative of x is 1, and here integral of cos x will be sin x plus k, right? So I'll get I equals x sin x plus kx minus, now integral sin x is minus cos x and integral k will be kx and plus c, right? So I'll get x sin x plus kx plus cos x minus kx plus c. Now you can see this will get cancelled out. So I will be equal to x sin x plus cos x plus c, which is same as this. So there is no need to add constant of integration while evaluating the integral of second function. Add it in the final answer. Let's take another question. Evaluate I equals log x dx. Now I will write log x as log x into 1 dx. That is, I have expressed this integrand as a product of log x and 1. So now as integrand is a product of two functions, so I'll apply integration by parts. Now I have to decide which will be the first function. Yes, log x is the logarithmic function and 1 is a constant polynomial. So it will be an algebraic function. Now, in isolate, L comes before A. So L will be the first function, that is log x will be the first function, and 1, which is the algebraic function, will be the second function. Now integration by parts is first function into integral of second minus integral derivative of first into integral of second. Yes, let's substitute the values. First function, that is log x, into integral of second, that is integral of 1, minus integral of derivative of first, that is derivative of log x, into integral of second. Now let's evaluate. So I will be equal to log x, this you know is the natural log, into integral of 1 dx will be x, minus integral derivative of log x. Yes, here dash means derivative of log x, right? So it will be 1 by x into integral of 1 dx, which is x, right? So it will be I equals log x into x minus, this will get cancelled out, you will get integral 1 dx. So from here I will be equal to, I'll write this as x log x to the base e minus integral of 1 dx is x plus constant of integration. Let's take another example. Evaluate I equals integral x square into log x dx. Log x is the natural log here, that is to the base e. Now you can see integrand is a product of these two functions, x square and log x. X square is a polynomial function, so it is an algebraic function. Log x is the logarithmic function. Now in isolate, L comes before A. So logarithmic function will be taken as the first function and this I'll take as the second function. Now I apply integration by parts, which is first into integral of second minus integral derivative of first into integral of second. Right? Now let's substitute the values. First function, that is log x, into integral of second, that is integral of x square, minus integral derivative of first function, that is derivative of log x, into integral of second, that is integral of x square. So I'll get I equals log x into, yes, integral of x square is x cube over 3 minus integral, this bracket, log x dash, that means derivative of log x, which is 1 by x, into integral of x square, which is x cube over 3. Right? So here I'll get I equals log x into x cube by 3 minus this 3 I take out, and here I'll get, this will get cancelled out, integral x square dx. So I will be equal to log x into x cube by 3 minus 1 by 3 into integral of x square is x cube by 3 plus c. So I is x cube over 3 into log x minus 1 by 9 into x cube plus c. Let's take another question. Evaluate I equals integral e to the power x into sin x. Yes, now look here. E to the power x is exponential function and sin x is trigonometric functions. Now in isolate, t comes before e. So trigonometric function will be the first function and this will be the second function. Right? So I apply integration by parts. First function into integral of second minus integral derivative of first into integral of second. Let's evaluate. Sin x into, what is integral of e to the power x? It is e to the power x minus integral. What is the derivative of sin x? It is cos x into integral of e to the power x, which is e to the power x dx. So I'll get sin x into e to the power x. Now here also you can see that integrand is the product of two functions, cos x and e to the power x. So I'll apply the integration by parts again. So cos x is a trigonometric function and e is the exponential function. So again cos x will be the first function and ex will be the second function, e to the power x. Right? So I apply integration by parts. First function, that is cos x, into integral of second, that is integral of e to the power x dx, minus integral of, yes, derivative of first, that is derivative of cos x, into integral of second, that is integral of e to the power x. Now let's evaluate. I will be equal to sin x into e to the power x minus, yes, cos x, and integral of e to the power x is e to the power x, minus integral of, yes, what is the derivative of cos x? It's minus sin x, into integral of e to the power x, which is e to the power x. Right? So here I'll get sin x into e to the power x minus cos x into e to the power x plus integral sin x into e to the power x dx. I open the bracket. I will be equal to sin x into e to the power x minus cos x into e to the power x and minus sin x, integral of sin x into e to the power x dx. Now, can you see that this is the integral I? So I replace this with I. So I'll get I equals sin x into e to the power x minus cos x into e to the power x minus I. Yes, I need to find the value of I. So I'll transpose this to the other side. So here I'll get I plus I, that is 2I, equals sin x into e to the power x minus cos x into e to the power x. So from here, value of I is, take the common factor e to the power x outside. So I'll get e to the power x over 2 into sin x minus cos x plus c. Let's take another question. Evaluate I equals tan inverse x dx. Right? I can write I as integral tan inverse x into 1 dx. Can I write it this way? Yes. I have expressed integrand as product of two functions, that is tan inverse x and 1. So I can apply integration by parts now. Now, tan inverse x is an inverse trigonometric function denoted with I, and 1 is a constant polynomial, that is the algebraic function. Now in isolate, I comes before a. So I, that is tan inverse x, will be the first function and this will be the second function. Now I apply integration by parts. First function into integral of second minus integral of derivative of first into integral of second. Let's put the values. First function, that is tan inverse x, into integral of second, that is integral of 1, minus integral of derivative of first, that is derivative of tan inverse x, into integral of 1. So I will be equal to tan inverse x into integral 1 dx is x minus integral. Yes, what is the derivative of tan inverse x? It is 1 over 1 plus x square into integral of 1, which is x. So I will be equal to x into tan inverse x minus integral x over 1 plus x square dx. Now I need to evaluate this integral, right? Okay. If I ask you what is the derivative of 1 plus x square? Derivative of 1 plus x square is 2x, right? In numerator I have x. So what I'll do, I'll multiply numerator and denominator with 2. So I'll get I equals x into tan inverse x. This 2 I'll take out, and here I'll get integral 2x over 1 plus x square dx. Now do you agree? This integral is of this form, f dash x over fx. Numerator is the exact derivative of denominator. So integral will be log of denominator. So I'll get x tan inverse x minus 1 by 2. Integral of this will be log of denominator, that is log of 1 plus x square plus c, right? Which can be written as x tan inverse x minus half log 1 plus x square plus c.